Hello.
Hey! Oh,
Is that the guy when the shoe came off?
So I gave everything that I could, even if you break my arm or you carry me off. That's literally my mindset at that time. So,
and I'll see you on the next time on Dragon Ball Z. Yeah. Oh, where arm wrestling matters. Boom!
This is Inside the
Church Whānau, we are back with another Inside the Strap podcast with your Daddy Chill Cap. And below me, we have my two new co-hosts. Okay, Malia and Masi.
Hi.
Tonight's going to be a special one, guys. It's all about the ladies, the woman, the backbone of the men. Our first guest we have is Fire Joe from Australia and also the champ of meat stock in Toowoomba, I believe. And we also have Olivia from Hook and Hold Gisborne. Welcome, ladies.
Hello.
Hello, ladies.
Hi.
No, I'm kidding.
Just how we always. So we'll do like I usually do highs and lows about our journey in arm wrestling, and it also lets you to also introduce yourselves. So let's pass it on to our new co-host to start it off, so the two ladies get what we mean.
You want to go first? What are we doing? High and lows? Yeah.
Yeah, high and lows. Yep.
Yeah, I'll go first. Hi everyone. My name's Masi. My highs is just seeing all the ladies in their arm wrestling journey. It's cool to follow along and just to grow the sport within the ladies in Australia and New Zealand. And I've got no lows.
Cool. My high is just the whole arm wrestling community in New Zealand. It may be small within New Zealand, but within the community, it's massive. My lows is just injuries every time, and yeah, that's all.
And to Fire Joe.
Oh, highs. Okay, my highs would be, I think, as a mother, watching my son climb and grow in the arm wrestling community, and I love arm wrestling just in general for myself. But when you see your children growing and it's quite rewarding for yourself as well. And also just meeting all the wonderful women through arm wrestling in the arm community. Lows, I think for me, some of the lows would be just seeing some of the women come off the table feeling a bit, heavy, and I'd like to try and counteract that or find ways to build their confidence back up and help them to stay in the arm wrestling community or arm wrestling fields and keep growing in arm wrestling. That's me. Yeah.
Olivia.
Joe's one was very thoughtful and heartfelt. My highs would be, or high, competing, because nothing beats that thrill of being there and actually knowing that, like, this is your chance. You have one shot. So that'd definitely be the high because, it gets the emotions going and it reminds you why you do it. But the low would be the fact that oftentimes I feel I train better, like I perform better at training than competing. So sometimes you feel like you don't actually get to represent yourself in that time frame, which isn't a low, but it can feel like one.
Nice.
Nice. Do I have to do my highs or not? You guys over my highs?
Why
Okay.
not? Why not?
Hi, my highs for me is watching all these ladies come out of their comfort zone. I know it's not easy stepping onto a male dominant sport and jumping onto the table. So I'd like to acknowledge the ladies who jump on the table. That they're awesome. The low for me is when the lady loses, they seem to drag away from the sport. So um, hopefully we can hear from these ladies tonight that it doesn't matter if you win or lose. It's just all part of the sport, and just to carry on with your journey in the arm wrestling community. And that is me. On to the co-hosts who got all the questions for these two ladies.
Nice.
Nice.
Okay.
Oh,
Wait, do you want to do a little intro about yourself and like how you came about with arm wrestling, like how you found yourself in the sport?
Yeah, sure. We'll start with Livy though.
Ah,
Okay.
so I heard about arm wrestling online, Larry Wheels, as many people did, and then heard about a club in Auckland, went along, gave it a go. This was the Auckland Armbenders about 4 years ago, and just kept going back. Like, it was quite an inviting, casual club, but at the same time, you always left feeling like motivated to improve on something. And although it was all men, occasionally, because it was based in a park, women would stop and have a go. And so it was quite fun to see their reaction and, I don't know, I guess feel like you're a part of something. Yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
Hi, Joe.
Yeah, it's funny that because we started in a park as well, and we'd watch the rowing, and all these women, they come through with their waka ama, they're like, hey, like check out what we're doing. I think for me, like when I was the 24th of May, March last year, I think. So within a year, I've only been in arm wrestling, but I used to just kind of tag along with my son, and I was the film editing guy, like, Mom, can you film me? Get this film here and that, and with all my tech. And yeah, I'll just jump on the table now and then. And I guess I was filming a lot that I kind of I love chess. I love to play chess, and so for me, I saw this as an opportunity to like learn different strategies, and that kind of amused me. And so I thought I'd, test out my strength, and Lord behold, you're strong. Guess where you get it from, my boy. No. But yeah, I just grew in it, and I just found my own health growing. Like, it motivated me to go to the gym more. I've never been stronger in my life than I have been now since starting arm wrestling. So yeah, I love arm wrestling, but for me, I'm kind of moving towards more of ticking that off on my bucket list since I've got my first place award, and just wanting to promote women's arm wrestling and just trying to get behind the mental health behind it, and helping the woman to see that sometimes you can compete, or maybe you just want to go to training, and that's okay as well. Yeah, that's me. Yeah, I've kind of been there, done that now, you know what I mean? I'm like, yeah, okay, that's where I'm at, But all those, I know what it feels like to be in a losing position, and I know how to fight.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I kind of want to do that, so yeah.
Nice. Just a question. Did you two come across each other at Over the Top? Because I know you were both there.
I do believe she wore some checkered pants. I'm maybe.
No, that was Nationals, New Zealand.
Oh, yes. Oh, okay. Did you
Yes, it was. Yeah.
You were at Over the Top, Libby?
I didn't see you, but yes, I was there.
I wasn't competing.
Oh,
Yeah.
that'll be why.
It was on a Sunday, on a Sabbath day, so I kind of pulled out.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I know. Big softy at heart, but yeah, go on.
Nice.
How well did you do? Did you do well? How did you?
Well, it was definitely a great experience, and I had a lot of fun. I'm so glad I did it. In terms of my performance, I felt, again, like in the after pulls, I did better. But I definitely got a few wins in the strap, and it made me realize I really need to get this hand containment under control because I feel it lets me down. It's like I feel my hand is the missing piece. Everything else is pretty good. But that's okay. It's good to know where you stand.
What's your go-to move, Olivia?
Well, what's my go-to move? I guess try to get something and then side pressure, but with a lot of lat. So lat drives side pressure.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm trying to learn to hook. Hooking is well, I go to hook and drop, right? So hooking is what I'm trying to get better at.
Because even your stance on the table, that's more like a inside hooks stance. How you got your leg wrapped around the bar.
Yeah, totally. So
Yeah.
once I learn to hook, I'm going to be pretty happy.
Fire Joe, what was your first match like? What was your mindset going into your
my
first
God.
match?
You're going there. Okay, so I was a left-hand super, and yeah, I was pretty confident. It was kind of like I don't know, all the boys getting together, and we kind of threw it in there, like, hey, you want to go at it? And so Tiff and I jumped on the table, and we were both quite fresh, and oh man, it was terrible, man. I've got the film. And I'm like, my shoulder, you know how you do that thing when you come in and you're going like this?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was so me. I was just like, what? You know, I don't know if you've got film of your first arm wrestling match, but yeah, or even like training, you're just like, what are you doing? Like, yeah, it's pretty bad. So, but yeah, I kind of like got more of a pulling or towards the end. I think my last like pin was, yeah, I was pretty happy with that. I kind of pulled more inwards and kind of cupped better and just dropped and dragged in.
Yeah.
So nah, but yeah, I won it. But yeah, dude, I'm just cringe when I look back at the.
Oh, don't worry. That's me too. I'm cringe when I look back at my videos.
I don't watch my videos.
You don't like watching your videos? Yeah. Hate it, eh? So yeah, nah. So, what about you, Livy? You got a cringing moment?
Well, yeah, I feel the same. A lot of my arm wrestling at the beginning was cringe. Yeah, no specific cringe moment, but just all of the beginning.
Yeah.
But it's a part of the story, right?
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, it's. I guess for me, it was kind of difficult when you've got a son who's like growing, and he's like looking at you like, "What are you putting that video up, Mum? Or what are you doing that?" And I go, "Oh, because I'm growing, son. I'm learning and I'm growing in the you know, in the field." But you know, and I guess that's important for you to put up your fails too, because you can look back and go, "Okay, all right, look where I am now." Yeah.
And it's okay to be cringe in moderation, right?
Yeah, because I'm not cringe anymore.
There you go.
I don't know about my ending, like when I came off the mat, like this. I was like, oh gosh, what are you doing?
Oh, can I see that video?
Oh.
Oh, she jumped off.
Maybe they had one of those cyclones she was talking about.
Yeah. It went back to Australia.
Yeah.
Hey, I noticed you went to Singapore for Arm Wrestling World Cup, Olivia?
Yeah, I did.
How'd you go in that tournament?
Again, kind of like over the top. I went well, but not well enough to get a medal. Like I made some errors with, again, trying to slip and hand stuff, and then did better in the after pulls. So it was one of those grr moments, but it was such a fun event, and meeting arm wrestlers in a place like Singapore was a very unique experience. And it was really kind of surreal to be brought together with these people by arm wrestling. So I left really happy, like it was a great time. But again, I was like, okay, this hand containment needs to get under control.
Like, do you know when you're here, so like who do you train with mostly? Is it just the guys or are there other girls in your club?
Well, Narita used to come, but she doesn't really come now. She was the only girl But yeah, there's kind of just guys.
And are you learning much from them? Like,
Yeah, I am learning and I am getting better, and my hand is getting better. I'm training my hand a lot more now. So I think that things are coming together. It just takes time, eh?
yeah.
Yeah.
That's mean. Did you travel to Singapore by yourself or did you go with mates?
No, I went by myself.
How was
Oh, wow.
that going by yourself to a competition like
Yeah,
another
traveling-
country?
Yeah, traveling solo.
It was pretty surreal. Like, I was so nervous,
Mm.
but when I got there and met the people, they were all so inviting, and they were really curious about like New Zealand arm wrestling. And it was the first big arm wrestling event in Singapore. And I think it's the first time they've ever had females arm wrestling. So they
Sure.
had females from Malaysia, China, and somewhere else. And so it was incredible. They were all so nice, and yeah, it was exactly like it would be here, but with that sort of Asian vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd highly recommend doing that.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Give me a long-term goal then.
Yeah.
Us.
It'll be cool like if all the women from New Zealand could go together.
Could go, yeah, as one.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah. Maybe something in the books.
Something to work on.
Totally. We need some funding, eh?
Yeah,
Oh, yes.
yeah, of course.
Yeah,
We'll get on to
Apple
that.
fund is like fundraising out of our a-holes. No.
Well, I'm talking about goals. What are your short-term and long-term goals? We can start with Faija.
Short term?
Yes, and long-term.
Okay. For arm wrestling, I think
It can be for arm wrestling or just anything.
I work for at the moment I work for Olympia Massage Chairs, right? So I've learned a lot about sales and wanting to look at the health benefits of just helping people in general. So as I go to work, I'm just constantly scanning to see how I can help people. And so I come out of work and I'm kind of in that mode where I'm still saying hello to people, and I kind of feel like I found my place. So what I really want to do, just like short term, is just help the one person at a time, and continue to help them with their health, whether that be physical or mental health, or even just like spiritually uplifting people. And then long term, so I really feel like I've come out on top, helping my children. I've got one son and 5 girls, and so I always kind of feel like I've got to set that example of how I need to show them how to be a strong woman, and that doesn't necessarily need to be, strong. There are other ways to be strong, and like just saying no to certain things sometimes could also be strength. And so long term, I kind of just want to like put a focus on helping them achieve the things that they need to in their lives. Like you can see in this video, I'm hanging on for dear life, right? And it's
What was going through your mind like at the end?
that's mother in there, that's me being mum, because being a mum, like you've got to like push through the tough times and hold, okay, and just continue to fight for what you believe in. And I just didn't give up, so kind of long term, I just want to press forward little by little, step by step, precept upon precept, and just be that example to them and help them with their goals, if anything. And that's many, many years, I guess. As me and my son, I was really happy to just fall into his arms and show him, I can be strong,
Yeah.
Here's your mum, you can do it too, So yeah, and my hubby, yeah. So it's a real family thing for me, like just getting my family behind me and just yeah, that's me. I'm just mother. That's what fire means. Fire means mother, auntie, teacher, and I guess that's kind of my title, where I really want to continue just being that woman who can be an auntie to all the women or young ones. You know, I just love people, which I know is okay. I know that when you're arm wrestling, you've got to lock in, and you can't be like, I can be your best friend right now. You know, I totally get that. But for me, I was already a champion before I went on the table, because my kids look at me and just think I'm just great for getting on the table. Do you know what I mean? And so I had one of the boys say to me, so you're going to win today? And I just said, I've already won. And they went, oh, like this. And I was like, that's my mindset. I'm already a winner. You know,
That's the mindset you're gonna go in with too. So
yeah, that's right. So I just felt kind of like in my place, enjoying the moment. I did get really sick in my left arm, only because I get really I'm like hype man. I'm on the sidelines like this.
Yeah.
And I exert so much energy that by the time I get on the table, I'm just like song day. I'm just yeah. So that's kind of, I think my biggest support line is being that person to awhi, and lift the woman, and also, be a better mother on the sideline for my son, because I know he can take it there. Like, he's got that, he's got the capability to go further than me, not just in arm wrestling, but just in life. I just want to pass it on to my kids and watch them excel and grow in anything they want to do. Yep, good old mother. Is me.
Nice. What about you, Olivia?
Well, once again, Joe, your answer was so wholesome.
I live it, honey. I just live it,
That's amazing. In contrast, mine's going to be just like selfish, but my short-term goal is to sustain my title of New Zealand under 80 gold, the first place. So that will be at Nationals. That's my short-term goal. That's in June. So training for that. And then long-term goal, I'd like to feel and believe that I'm good enough to compete in Europe, because I know in Europe they have a lot more female arm wrestling going on, a lot more competitions, and I'd love to be a part of that. But I'd really want to feel like I'm ready, because I know that their level is just like something else. Because I watch a lot of female arm wrestling online, like Instagram, the pay-per-views, all sorts, and you can just tell that they've just got this bone lock going on, and that it's just another level. So I'd love to get to Europe one day to compete.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, you can do it too. Look at you go. Fuck.
Are you competing at Auckland Champs, Olivia?
No, I'm not at Auckland Champs, but definitely Nationals.
Nationals.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
We'll see you at
What about you two?
She is.
I am,
but I'm not.
Oh yeah,
I'll
because
just be completely
Malia,
right. Pardon?
I saw you competed against Olivia.
Yes.
The other Olivia.
Yes.
Yeah.
That looked like a fun match.
It was good. There was a bit of a disadvantage though. But it was a good match. Like, she's really nice. She's another one that's up and coming. I believe she will be jumping in under 80s. Maybe 85.
Her first ever match, like super match ever for her.
She's only ever matched the girls in their club when they used to attend. But it's pretty much just her in her club, the only female.
So far.
Far out. I need to make a trip to Wellington.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So it'll be good for these two to link up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's on next week, yeah?
Auckland Champs.
Auckland Champs is on
Saturday. Anzac weekend.
Well, I'm going to come along. I'm going to fly over.
Oh, nice.
Really?
Yeah, I'm going to fly over and then interview you all and get to know you all better.
We just have a question in the live from Benji Puidi.
Who's that guy?
That's your husband. He asks, where would you like to see women's arm wrestling in NZ and Oz in 5 years' time?
I'd like to see it more like Europe, where there's several categories and like it would take a solid hour to get through the woman kind of thing.
Yeah.
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 Because at the moment it's like 15 minutes or
because
20
it's
minutes.
just the open division. So
Yeah.
It's just like a snack, but we
Yeah.
deserve to be like a course.
yes,
Yeah.
definitely.
Another question from Storm. Question for the girls: how would you bring in more females into the sport?
Well, I try to post online, like my training or maybe like funny little skits and stuff. To be fair, I don't post regularly enough, but I try to sort of encourage women that way, and I definitely get some interest, but I guess I haven't managed to actually get someone to come to a training. So I guess how would I get them to actually come? Maybe hound them? I don't know, because I held I held a female arm wrestling event last year for Wellness Wahine Week, but I only got one female that came. So I don't know. I think we have to do something crazy because women are interested. They just don't quite have the balls to actually come.
Yeah, they hold back a lot.
Yeah, I
Because
think
it's such a male-dominated sport. Yeah.
that's it.
But I believe it's the women's taking over.
Yeah, we dominate the body.
The New Girl New Zealand scene for women is like excelling, like in comparison to us over here, like in Queensland alone. So getting women over and to come to club just to like train is pretty difficult. But when they do come, I give them as much like attention as I can, and if anything, I kind of drop my own needs, and that's probably not a good thing, but I just I hold on and I cleave to them and hook in and just like let them know that I'm there for them to help them and get them through. Because it's really important to especially train them where they'll be safe. So a lot of the women have a tendency to believe that their arms are going to break. Or I remember my son first sent me a video of someone's arm breaking, and it was kind of like, I don't know if he was trying to scare me off it or what, but I knew that if I was in a safe place that it would be fine. So I think a lot of the imagination kicks in, and women just don't understand that there is ways to be have fun with it. And then move from fun towards, okay, hey, you're actually really good at this. Maybe you should try competing and just give it a go. So we're able to get the girls on the table and then, up on the cameras, and then they're like, wow, I did that. And that's when they've overcome a new, small goal. But for them, just stepping on that table was a massive achievement. So just holding on to the woman and just letting them know that you care about them, and and that they're doing great, and always celebrating their achievement, those little achievements really to keep them in. So
Totally, because we definitely know there's a lot more women interested. So it's growing.
Yeah, it's growing.
It is.
I think a lot of women feel sometimes like they're just thinking that their hand's gonna break. But there's like a lot of technique in it
to prevent from getting injured or even breaking your arm. So,
and it's not always the bigger person wins. Like it's always opposite.
Right.
Dan is a great example of that, eh?
Yes. Yeah. Definitely.
Like I'm meeting like Chetna from India's #1. She like lost for 4 years straight. Like constantly losing. So there's like when I came to visit you girls, I'm just learning from different people, different techniques and things. But for the Australian arm wrestling scene, it's already quite a long day just getting through watching the men, and then they kind of squeeze the woman and all the men take breaks and you're kind of and no one's there. But I'd like to see women have their own event, and I think like there's just so much we could do with it that's kind of different to the way men do it, because men do it their way, and I always kind of like think women we just think we're just different, so we need to do it how we want to do it rather than following the same system as the men have. And I hate to say it, but kind of men's arm wrestling is kind of getting boring a bit, you know, because it's just the same
It's
thing.
just full of ego, do you
Yeah.
reckon?
Well, the women's arm wrestling is more entertaining than the men's one.
Yeah, I know. Like,
Totally.
I feel like the women give it their all once they're on the table.
Yeah.
And then with the guys, it's kind of like ego
yeah.
led.
I also feel like with women, we're more flexible and we can get into these tight positions, and it's
Yes.
just we're actually better for some things.
Yeah.
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 Just a message from Tom. Don't know how to pronounce your last name, but he said, do you feel intimidated because the men are on the table and that's why it's harder to get them there?
I don't think we're intimidated at all, really, because we're not competing against men. No, not really.
Or like, do like women in general feel intimidated because it's a male-driven sport?
No, not really. I'm not. I don't feel that way. What about you, Libby?
Nah, I don't feel that way, but I could understand how some women could. Like sometimes if you're at a training that's busy, it can be hard to get on the table and you feel bad if the men have to wait. Maybe a bit of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we have our own table set up and for training, so the girls have their own section.
Right.
I think I also jump on the table with the men or the boys,
Yeah.
especially young ones, because their forearms are kind of smaller.
Yeah.
Try to jump. So what's your weight, and then jump on the table with them. It's quite uplifting when you pin a guy, you know, like.
Totally.
But pulling is totally different. So, you know, you were just mentioning that, Livy, you were talking about pulling and going on the table, like for competitions feels different. Is that where you're having a bit of trouble with the comps because are you pulling too much, or are you just?
Well, here's something I've noticed with myself in general. I'm better not when I first do something, like even in the gym, I start getting better as I go. So I don't like I'm not someone to just suddenly be great. I need to ease into it quite a lot. I almost need to do like an hour of training right before the match. Yeah.
That's interesting, because do you take a break before comp? Like, you know, you relax, you know, lax off a bit like 2 weeks before, just to give your arms a break?
I'd usually lax off a bit. Well, I'd probably a little bit sort of. Like I wouldn't do any arm wrestling with anyone on a table, and I wouldn't do any arm wrestling specifics, but I'd probably still do like back day and chest day and all that.
Because, you know, just mentioning, like, if you lax off too much, by the time the comp comes, do you feel like you've not had that enough? You know, you've got to try to remember everything, and you've got to try to reconnect. You know, like I wish I had like an hour, you know, of, you know, training. You know, when you were in the gym, you were just saying I was in the gym, and then I feel like I've connected better. But having a 2-week like break, I found myself kind of like thinking about it again. And I'm like, oh, great, you know, like, so I don't know if that happens to you, but it definitely happens for me.
Well, yeah, if you think about it, strength is actually a mental thing, like your brain, something to do with neurons connecting to the body. So if you're not training these patterns, you're not, I guess, in that zone. Like it's all in the brain. And it's actually, I think, like if strength wise, we would actually be better if we could activate these neurons better, kind of thing. I don't know if that makes sense, but
yeah, it does make sense. I mean, you do light pulling or just blood flow before a comp, but I do think, like, I was thinking again, like, just in the air, just trying to practice what I was going to do. You know?
yeah.
Kind of look a bit crazy when you're walking around going, you know, like kids are looking at you weird, like, what are you doing, man? But I think it's important for you to have that mindset, or try to get into your lane, know your lane, and what you're going to do. So I found myself switching up a bit. So if I slipped, then I came in with a hook, and I was able to, you know, do something different. So I think it's important to learn different, you know, movements, or it literally saved my life. You know, otherwise I was so got freaking pinned. You know, like you know, and right arm especially with the new girl in our team, Luna. She's freaking mean. I can't train her. You know, so yeah, I think you're right. You know, that connection to the brain. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just on that note, do you guys study your opponents? Like
No,
if you
I don't.
you don't?
I know
Yes,
I don't.
I do, but then in New Zealand, a lot of the opponents don't really post on social media.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's hard. If they do, it will be like a very old video.
Yeah.
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 We got a few more questions before we wrap it up. What's been your toughest match so far in your guys' arm wrestling journey?
Dude, mine was straight up freaking last Saturday, man. My gosh, you know, she freaking literally put all her weight on my freaking arm. That was crazy. So I've never had that experience, and I'll never go through it again. But I'm in freaking breaking point. I've gone past here, and I have like, look, nothing's activated. It's gone, like no muscles, and I'm just sitting on this arm, just on flop, and all I can hear is move into a flop press, and I was able to recover, and that was the craziest experience, man, of my life. Like straight up, you know, I've learned so much about not underestimating someone. You know what I mean? So, yeah. I don't study my opponent because I'm pretty much just moving towards like my own growth. I probably should have, you know, or maybe I could, but I do believe that people do, or your trainers do, train you in order to beat that person. So I was really surprised because she was coming out with moves I had never seen. I was like, okay, all right, okay, you got it. All right, now you try this then, you know, like. But damn, man, she came with a speed and she got me on that one. I was like, I actually helped train Tiffany too. I was actually training Tiffany to beat me. I said, that's perfect. That's it.
Your training worked.
I know my training worked almost. It almost works. She didn't get me on there, so. Phew.
So had you actually flop pressed before, or was it the first time you flop pressed?
I had no other choice. Like I couldn't rise. Like I was in this place, like freaking, I don't know, two inches away from the pad, and I had no choice. Like I couldn't get up. I had no strength, no cup, nothing. So all I just heard was, it was more like an impression. So I came through, and she tired herself out. I believe that she was down low enough to have to, you know, she had full body weight on me plus force, and I just held it somehow. I don't know. I just praise the Lord, man. He's my strength. He held on for me, and then I just got this impression just come through with this, and I was actually training with the boys in that position, and I learnt how to lock and use my bone to actually hold. So, you know, I don't know, it kind of connected for me. And then, I just told myself to freaking press. And it just, she changed her position and it regripped. And I was able to get over top. And
Yeah, I think you found that gap once she like
that small gap, yeah. She, you know, I don't know how she's thinking, what she's thinking she could have done, like regripping, whatever. But even if she did regrip in that position, I felt very comfortable. And there was another person, French from SA Titans in South Australia, Adelaide. She was telling me all day she can just sit like this. And when I went over to AWE to arm wrestle her, we got into that position and she was there, and I've seen it, and I was trying everything to get through it, but she just kind of relaxed and was like all day, and I was like, damn it. So I went to slipped, and then we got strapped up. So I think that was the toughest thing I've ever endured in my life, dude. Like my whole body was just going, you know.
Congratulations on your win, Joe. Hey,
Yeah.
congratulations on your win.
Oh, thanks, guys. I really appreciate it, because that was my dream. That was my goal. I did that. I will never like try to climb, go towards overseas like you, Livy, or anyone else. That was my achievement, and I did it. So yeah, I'm grateful to my Father in heaven for helping me to do that. But I'm here for you girls. Like I'm here if you need support in anything. Just know that you'll have moments like that where you just feel like, frick, crap, I could have done this, but know that I can help you, lift your spirits and keep you going, if you need someone to talk to.
Yeah.
Olivia? Beautiful. My hardest or most challenging match would have been Nationals last year with Dolly.
Yeah, I was gonna ask about that.
Yeah. So our left-hand match ended up being probably more time than the men wanted.
Oh, who cares about them?
Yeah, there was just, we were both very competitive. She's very strong. Like she can deadlift. She can deadlift 140, which is more than me for sure. So I was scared. I didn't even expect to get that far with her. But I guess I just had a bit more technique experience, so I could slip, I could adjust my shoulder in ways that she didn't expect. And eventually it pulled through, which was amazing. I did not expect it. But yeah, no, that was challenging. And my hand even bled from the strap. So then we had to get a plaster, and it was just, it was an event.
Yeah.
How long did the match go for?
Oh, I don't know, maybe 15 minutes or so with all the strap, re-grip, foul, ref grip. There was just all of the stops were being pulled out. So it was that kind of match, which I was pretty proud of.
Cool.
Do you feel like all those minor fouls were like there was no point, like the little elbow lifts and all of that?
I don't know. I guess arm wrestling is that kind of sport, isn't it? Where every little thing matters. It's so technical, which makes it fun. But sometimes it's like, oh, really? Like, who cares?
But
But
again,
but that's arm wrestling. That's the chess game.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you wanted more girls in your category?
Oh, 100% I did. Yeah, I really want more women in my category.
Yeah.
And I know that there's women in the crowd that are watching, and I'm just like, well, maybe you should step up. But obviously we need to like kindly, like Joe, we need to be nice to them and nurture them up there until they beat us.
Get them my way. I'll get them ready. And then I'll piss them off so they go. Livy, what category are you in?
Under 80.
Under 80. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Because you're number one right now, Olivia.
I am, yes.
Yeah.
And I'm actually going to be going to Aussie for the Nationals in Aussie this year as well.
Yes.
So that's exciting.
Cool.
Oh, nice. Where's that?
Yeah. See you there. It's in Brisbane.
Yes, it is. Far away.
Yeah.
But, I'm actually looking into reffing too. That'd be really cool to get behind the reffing side of it. So I have a bit of a friendly foe if I get to nationals and be reffing. I'll remember you, Livy.
That's so cool. Not gonna lie, I'd actually like to learn to ref. I was thinking that the other day because I have my own table, which I bring to parties sometimes. But I'd like to actually be able to ref, you know what I mean? Rather than just vaguely say shoulder.
Yeah, I think we need more female refs.
Yeah.
Just because we can see all these little nooks and crannies.
Yeah, exactly. Without woman eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. And plus you learn a lot too when you ref. You'll feel things differently. Like even with the setups and the strapping, you can feel the different movements of your hands and when someone's kind of loading and things like that, and so all the little tricks you can learn.
That's like Ace who refs for us. He said he can hear every single thing on the table. Like everyone's like whatever they say, he's like, what the fuck?
Shout out to the best ref, Ace.
Wow.
We know you're watching. So there's a lot of table banter that happens as well.
Wow.
Yeah, true.
that no one else can hear but the ref.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wanna join the family.
What advice would you give to our youth girls that's coming up in their arm wrestling journey? Any of you can.
Congratulations.
Train hard and don't be afraid to ask questions.
Yeah.
Yeah. And well done. Just getting up there and doing it. That's awesome. You know, work on the next thing. You know, you learn a little at a time. Don't think you're going to be freaking. I'm gonna beat everyone. And if I mean, if you did, that would be awesome. But there are people who are really natural at it, and then there's those who learn along the way, and it's okay. You know, learn this little part here, and then this part here, and then grow.
Nice.
Give you more questions.
Who do you have? Do you have anyone on your radar at the moment, Olivia, that you want to compete with or super match?
Well, not gonna lie, Olivia would like to face Olivia after seeing that match. She looks strong, and obviously she does powerlifting or something, kind of like Dolly.
Yeah.
So I feel
Powerlifting, gymnastics.
far out. So she seems threatening. I'd like to face her, and I think we're possibly a similar weight. I'm about 70, so yeah.
Definitely. She said she might be coming to nationals.
Yeah.
So you might see her there. There's a good
See you
chance
there.
that she'll be there.
Cool.
Yeah. The Olivias.
Yeah.
That'd be cool to like have a super match between these two.
Yeah, that would be.
Yeah.
I'm keen.
If she's watching, I'm sure she'll be keen too.
Yeah.
And how about you, Fajo?
My radar?
Anyone on your radar or
No, I kind of just I think on my radar is just kind of like I just want to be that kind of backbone support for my
that corner in the corner.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's me. Like I said, you know, I use up so much energy, and I just want to. I don't know. I just want to be. I don't know. I used to really think like I couldn't wait to like battle somebody. I kind of just got to this point now where I'm just like, oh, I'm good. To be honest, like my mindset right now is like, how many chairs can I sell? Because in my sales, like I did $10,800 in my sales last week, and so I'm just trying to better myself in sales. Like my growth is sorry, but my growth is just growing differently, you know, like
But Joe, Ben Tahini asks, what's your weight category?
I'm in opens, man. There is no way I'm going against freaking Ashley and Netta. Hell no. We already know what's gonna happen. Okay, so
She's a threat, Ashley.
yeah, hell no, man. Well, I'm on their teams, man. I'm here to support them.
Same question to Malia. Who's on your radar?
I'm
myself. I need to work on myself.
I love you guys so much. I actually, just before I go, I just want to say thank you for welcoming me into the Fresh Meats New Zealand girls team, and I'm just really, really happy. You know, Fire Joe's here to support you guys, and I'm gonna have to love and leave you guys. But thanks for having me. Livy, I can't wait to meet you. Okay.
You too, Joe. You seem so lovely.
Thank you for jumping.
Bye. I'm gonna go.
Bye.
Bye. Love you.
Bye, Fajo.
Bye.
Well, when we wrap it up, questions. Where's our cap? Where did our cap go?
Cap, do you want to jump back on?
Charles, you want to jump back on? Gonna end it soon.
Yeah, sorry, my camera's bugging out. So can you guys still hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, awesome.
Did you have any?
What an awesome podcast, ladies. You did well. 2 thumbs up, but you can't see my thumbs. I'm sorry.
You're probably doing the same.
Yeah. Hey, how did you know? I thought my camera was off. Nah.
Did you have any wrap up questions or nah?
For Olivia?
No. I think you guys covered the whole basic question. So that was good to have Olivia on, good to have Fire Joe on, and it was excellent to see the women's insight of arm wrestling in New Zealand and Australia. So thank you for giving us your time today, Olivia. And Fire Joe, if you're still watching.
Cool.
Thanks for jumping on, Olivia.
Thanks,
Awesome.
girls. Thanks to Cap. That was awesome. Good to be a part of it.
We'll
All right,
see you.
girls.
We'll see you at Nationals.
Yeah.
See you there.
See you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
See ya. Bye.
Good night.
Hello.
Hey.
Is that the guy when the shoe came off?
So I gave everything that I could, even if you break my arm or you carry me off. That's literally my mindset at that time. So
And I'll see you on the next time on Dragon Ball Z. Yeah. Oh, where arm wrestling matters.